Did I blink and miss Sadie Sink in the brand new day trailer? Hello, I'm Mick, and welcome back to Movies TV Mad and my trailer review of Spider-Man Brand New Day. That was a whopping, epic, brilliant trailer, and it delivered more than I ever expected. So looking forward to Spider-Man Brand New Day. Will it give us any clues for Avengers Doomsday? I joked about Sadie Sink, but I don't think I saw her in the trailer. I did watch it again and again, and I had my goggles out and all of that, and my binoculars. I could not see Sadie Sink. Get in the comments down below. Did you see Sadie Sink in that trailer? So we reunite with Peter Parker in the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Doesn't seem very, very happy. We get to see his eyes, how sad they look inside of the mask as he's missing his friends and he's watching an old video of his friends. So basically, Tom Holland, as Peter Parker narrates, reminds us that everyone has forgotten who he is. I absolutely love the standoff between him and Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. That was so good. And obviously, Frank doesn't remember him. And he's going, "What the hell, Frank? You're trying to run me over." And so Frank kind of tries to shoot him. And then he does a classic Spidey thing and he puts the web in Frank's mouth. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So this is street level. You know, this is New York street level Spidey. And this is what we've been missing. We've never really had this so much, even in the Raimi film. So this is street level. Now, it looks like to have the fun that you would expect from a Spidey film, but it does seem a little bit darker as well. Now, everyone's been wondering who's Sadie Sink's going to play. I think the question I would rather ask and kind of inquire about is the villain of this movie. So who's the villain? I had to rewatch the trailer quite a few times. It's clear that it's some kind of entity that can leap from body to body. Now, this could be who Sadie Sink is playing. Could Sadie Sink be playing the villain of this movie? I'm not sure yet, because there seems to be these kind of samurai kind of people that are kind of in the air with Spidey, if you noticed. And I'm not sure what all that's about either. There's also a bit where Spidey's eyes go blue, blood red or something. Has he gone blind? And of course we see Bruce Banner in this trailer. It's clear that Peter Parker is concerned. He's starting to fall off. He's getting all the spider webs, or he can't control his spider webs or anything. So is he mutating? Because that's what Bruce Banner mentions in this trailer. And if he's mutating, why is he mutating? There's also a voiceover talking about maybe Spider-Man being reborn, because that's what happens to some spiders when they're mutating. So there's a lot of interesting points. The problem with me is I can watch a trailer 200 times and I can forget something about the trailer. So I'm sure I've forgotten so many things about this trailer. But it is interesting. It looks like Peter is living in the apartment near MJ as well. Looks like MJ has got a new boyfriend. We certainly see someone flirting with her. And so that's interesting. Did I mention the key to the city? Spider-Man gets the key to the city at the beginning of the movie, or the beginning of the trailer, should I say. I haven't seen the movie yet. Wish I could see the movie. It's probably not ready for consumption yet, is it? But it is coming this summer. It's just fun to have movies to be excited for. I'm not excited for the DC stuff. As I said earlier on one of the other videos, I'm a much bigger DC fan than I am a Marvel fan. As you all know, normally I'd be triggered by Marvel and I'd be saying shit about it. But unfortunately, the person who's running DC, the people who are running DC are clueless. And it looks like the MCU and Feige are getting their groove back. They've upset fans. Phase 4 and 5 have been shut. And I don't think they've really missed with the Spidey movies. I think Tom Holland's always making sure those movies are on point. because they can't upset him, because they can't have him walking, because he's so popular. But say what you want say what you want about Sony, they very rarely miss with Spider-Man. So yeah, look, it looks like a great trailer. It looks like it's going to be a great movie. But yeah, not too sure who Sadie Sink is in this movie. Now, we didn't see her. We didn't actually see the villain. But as I say, it looks like it's an entity leaping from one body to the other. We saw an old woman who's locked up somewhere. All of a sudden, it looks like something's left her. Then some kind of security guard guy or SWAT guy. He's kind of looking, threatening. Then whatever is in him's left him. So it looks like that's what the villain of this movie is. But could the villain of this movie have mutated from Peter? Listen, I'm not a comic book guy. I don't read comics. So I don't know everything about Spider-Man, and I don't know all of his villains either. And so it's going to be a bit of a mystery. So after this video, I'm just going to go back and watch it again and again and try and get some clues. Wasn't sure if we would see Sadie Sink in this trailer. But as I say, if you saw Sadie Sink and I didn't, let me know in the comments below, because I definitely didn't see Sadie Sink. There's also someone or something dressed in white up in the air with Peter in the trailer. Peter also goes to visit Aunt May's gravestone, which was pretty cool. It's nice for him to remember his aunt. She was a big part of his life. Aunt May, whatever iteration, always important. Comics, live action. So, yeah. So it's good that he went and visited her gravestone. Now, is MJ going to remember him by the end of this movie? Are they going to get back together? I'd rather they didn't, just to keep the drama going. But I suspect this is Marvel. The fans will probably want to see them back together by the end of the movie. So I'm assuming the whole people forgetting him thing isn't going to stick for long, or something's going to happen. He becomes famous again, and the whole world is going to remember. Obviously, he gets the key to the city, so they know who he is. They just don't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, which is probably for the best. But I do assume that his friends, obviously MJ, who was his girlfriend, and is it Ned? And Ned will remember him being Spider-Man again by the end of the movie. But yeah, it'll be interesting how big a role the Punisher has in this film. But it looks like the Punisher and Spidey will be working together. And I like the chemistry between them already. Like, in the comics, you get lots with the Punisher and Spidey, and especially like Kingpin and Spidey. I'd love to see that. But according to Vincent, who plays Kingpin in Daredevil Afterlife, in the Daredevil series, apparently they're not contracted to be able to have him in those movies, which is a big, big shame. Now, we know that Bruce Banner is in this movie, but will we see the Incredible Hulk in this movie? Now, Kevin Feige has dropped the ball for many years with the Hulk. Personally, I wish they would recast Banner. I'm kind of bored of Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo isn't Banner. And look, me and Mark Ruffalo probably quite agree politically, so I don't think it's anything to do with that. I just don't see Mark as the Hulk. I would have rather we saw Eric Banner or Ed Norton reprise the role. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mark Ruffalo just doesn't do it for me. I do apologise. So, yeah, I think they're going to have to recast him. I think they should make a movie and absolutely recast him. Because, yeah, I don't really see Mark as the Hulk. But a brilliant, fantastic trailer, and I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of the first trailer for Spider-Man, Brand New Day.